The biggest mistake in starting a business is perfection. Now, what does that mean? Well, basically, what it means is you worrying about whether or not your website's good and trying to basically create a website first, creating all this stuff rather than focusing on attracting customers and working on the product, making sure it's a good product. That's what I mean. So let me tell you a story to help you learn it a lot better. Basically, it was when I first started my Shopify business and my agency actually. So I was focused, rather than selling my product or outreaching, I was focused on rather than focus on selling the product, I was focusing on creating the website and creating the design and all of that. You see, the thing about that is it is good and all. I'm not telling you it's bad, but it's not the thing that you really should be worrying about right now. Right now you should be worried about one thing, and the thing that you should be really worried about is selling your product and making sure your product is actually something that people want. When I was back to that story, when I was focusing on my website, I wasn't really focusing on selling the product or advertising it and all of that. I was just focusing on making the website look as pretty as it can, while also creating social media accounts to make it look as pretty as well. Right, and what that ended up doing is Excuse me. So what that ended up doing is it made it difficult on me to actually sell. So I was losing money month by month because I was so focused on creating the perfect cute website, whatever you call it. And because of that, it really ruined a lot of my success and my result, and it cost me a lot of money to create a beautiful website or any of that. So the main thing you really should be focused about is selling your product first. The reason is you can create this very beautiful website, but if you don't have a good product, if you don't have a good service, no one's gonna watch, no one's gonna buy that product, no one's gonna try your services. Because it doesn't really appeal to them. Like, you can have a good website, right? But they're not gonna buy from it. Just because you have a good website doesn't mean people are gonna buy from it. So you need to focus on improving the product and improving your offer and actually selling the product. When you start getting sales and when you start getting deals and all of that, then that's when you start worrying about the website and stuff where people can come on and click on it. Or for example, if you want to start an LLC or like a legalize your business, don't do that in the beginning stages yet. So what I did for my agency, actually ended up starting an LLC early on, which ended up being a really big mistake because it cost me a lot of money. The reason for that is I wasn't making any money from my business at all. I was just losing money, and it just hit heavier and heavier. It made me lose more and more money. So that was one of the biggest mistakes I've made in probably my career, but just because I made the mistake doesn't mean I didn't learn from it. I'm thinking, but you see, when I changed my aspect, when I changed my point of view to just putting out stuff, just trying to sell it first, then I started learning to get feedback from people. Once I got the feedback from people, I was able to actually improve and work on a better product and actually know how to advertise it much better and sell a lot more. So first you need to do is focus on making sure that you sell the product and you get feedback on whether or not the product is good. Because if it is good and it's something that is needed in your niche, people will buy it, and then you can start a business off of it. But if it's a product that really isn't as great, that people really don't like, but you think it's amazing, then that'll be a failing product and you're just gonna lose a lot of money because of that. And that is another lesson. And today's action step, if you have a business or a service, something you sell, you should most definitely work on selling it first and then improving it slowly. Alright, and have a good day.